with us. Let me see. Hussein, Roxy, Shane, and Vala. Yeah, what I said was saying, and we just continue chatting. I sort of feel the presence, and especially when that, when they leave, I feel that they leave. It's completely like different. The emotions come through, the personality comes through pretty well. I feel them, but somehow yes, the information is how would you say it in a positive way? It's not like gym. It's not like coming through gym. It's different. It's more like something which you can't touch. I can't tell the difference when I'm making it up or they are saying it. I can't make it. So I'm still censoring what they say. So it's much me and a little bit of them. It's them flavored Max, or Max flavored them, that sort of thing.
All right.
So your conscious channel then, yes?
Yeah, no, I'm not going away.
Okay. Very good.
I asked last time, I asked for invitations. There was a lot of invitations, but usually it's Grindle coming. And because it's not fully Grindle, it's Max flavored Grindle, so it's called Shim. But that would be like Max flavored Grindle. Have you met Grindle before?
No.
Ah, okay. So you wouldn't tell the difference. Yeah, Grindle comes through gym quite often.
Oh, that's Grindle is the reptilian, right?
Yeah, Zespod
Yeah.
Reptilian. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that complains about sitting on a tail.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. He's I think military, high-ranking military from US. I think he's still in that same sort of body. He didn't die. He just finished his service and kind of moved off to a ship and just enjoys channeling from a ship. So he is he is very much from Earth. Most of his life he was in human. He's like shape-shifting to a human and serving as a military. That's what I think. That's how the story goes.
I think so. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. But if you have any, yeah, how about you do your invites and topics, and maybe that would help me to help them. Any topics you have today?
Yeah.
Let me ask everyone. Hussein, what's your topic of today? What's your word of today?
I actually saw the invite quite late, so not really sure. Maybe we can talk about the physics of channeling, I guess, because when it first started for me, yeah, I told Roxy this already. I basically speak to Aaron. He's my higher self.
Mm-hmm.
And initially, when it first came through, I think he came when I really needed him, doing a very bad part of my life. And basically, it came through quite energetically. And I kept asking, like, where are you from? What's your name? What's your name? And he kept saying something like, doesn't matter. Only much later did he actually tell me his name and where he was from. And that was actually, when he actually told me his name and where he came from, and I researched it much later, there were massive coincidences. So I think initially, not much information would come through, but later on, it'll be validated. Like his name, Aaron, E-R-O-N. I was like, what the hell is that? When I actually Googled it, it's actually a very old Hebrew name. And the name actually means mountain of strength.
Say again?
Like,
Mountain of strength.
Yeah, mountain of strength. It's a very old Hebrew name. And later I was told that he was a Pleiadian guy, which makes a lot of sense because I do resonate very much with the Pleiadians. Then much later I did ask him where he was from. I asked him for a long time. I kept asking him, where are you from? Where are you from? But he never said anything. He said, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But much later, he actually said Taygeta. And if I'm not mistaken, in Hucolo, Era is in Taygeta, the star, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa! And that was before I found Hucolo. Well before I found Hucolo. It was in I joined Hucolo late 2014, I think. And Aaron told me about Taygeta in 2013 or early 2014. Yeah. So those are massive coincidences. So I was quite happy. Coincidence, just like sort of validation. So I was quite happy about that.
Let me
So
double check. So you got information that Era is from Taygeta before reading it anywhere. Is it right?
It was much well before I joined Hucolo.
Oh, that's a nice confirmation. That's
yeah. So I was quite happy. I was like, what? I was like, excellent. So I was quite happy about that. So I think the information comes much later. At the beginning, it's just advice and But I find that when I did talk to him, and a lot of downloads came. I would not remember the conversation after I came out of the channeling, but it does help anyway. So I asked him about this, and he told me that he says it doesn't matter because it was already planted, and when the information was needed, it would come.
Bingo.
Something like that. So it was pretty cool, actually, like Inception,
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, I think I'm done on my side. Roxy?
What's that?
I think I'm done on my side. That's pretty much my story.
Oh yeah, no, and I like how the thing is from my perspective, looking at your whole story there, the idea is to build trust first, because there's a point of validation that we discount as coincidence, as human nature, and I'm not talking about nature as in what you are, eternal love. I'm talking about the belief systems of a human perspective, coveting idea, human nature. We are taught to chalk things up to coincidence and that kind of idea. And you got all this information, you were talking with them, but no validation was there. But you trusted, that's the key, you trusted the information, you went forward with it. And that gain of trust allowed you to, let's say, shift into the validation idea, where then after the validation came, while the trust was in place, that's how it became epic for you. That's the validation. Now there was no doubt synchronicity was in play, not coincidence. So it's beautiful. Make sense?
Yeah. Also, I think amethysts really helped a lot, actually. Really did. I had a few amethysts, and the one I sleep beside my bed is like a really big one, pyramid shaped, but it's a very rough cut rock, and it's the size of a fist. So I think that did help a lot. Like you said, it is basically a permission slip, but maybe in 3D it does amplify. So I find that it really helps having it beside where I sleep.
Right.
That's for me. Yep.
So we have some new people, Max. Max asked a question. Why don't you ask a question to the new people that joined in, and maybe they want a subject that you can channel on.
Akari, hello. Sheen? Oh, the dude in space. Dude's
muted.
Good
morning, everybody.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Is that the dust?
The dust.
Yes, what's your topic of today? What brings you here? What excites you today?
You're channeling, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you? Okay. Wait.
That was beautiful, Max.
Yeah. Can you explain this channeling deal to me?
Oh yes, wonderful.
I would love to hear it.
Roxy, how about you go?
Oh, come on, you got this.
No, I just wanted to give you some pleasure.
Oh, you're so sweet. So, Dust, are you familiar with channeling at all, or
no? I mean, I've seen people do it online, but I've never actually seen it done before.
Okay, so the idea of channeling is to connect vibrationally Because as the great Nikola Tesla, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think of the universe as energy,
Vibration.
frequency, and vibration. Exactly. So when you are vibrating at a certain frequency, within that frequency band, you relate. And what I mean by relating is you understand where you are. We are vibrating, we relate to the frequency of that of physicality, so we can relate to it. But within that, all vibrations have access to other vibrations and connections. These other vibrations, in this idea of channeling, we're focusing in on this, are other ideas of ourselves, which we call entities or individual perspectives. We tune into them, we trust, we allow them to speak through us through either trance or untrance or not trance channeling or conscious channeling, either one, and we bring forth ideas from them, which is truly us. We're tuning into a radio station, if you will, and allowing that program to be spoken through the idea of our representation of humanity, that kind of idea. So we channel information, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be information. It can just be anything, truly. But we are connecting to a different frequency of ourselves and bringing that forth and offering to the collective. Does that make sense?
All right, well, let's get to channeling. Let's do this.
So,
Valia, we just kind of collect ideas. Yeah, that's what's your. So you brought your main interest of today is what's channeling, right?
Oh, well, if I would like to know something about the universe, I would like to know the origin of consciousness. Can you channel anything about that?
Origin of consciousness. We'll see what comes.
Yeah, I would love to
I
hear.
want to put my judgment on that. Yeah. Valia, what's your interest of today?
Oh, well, actually, I have several questions. I want to know about what alien consciousness I have near to me now, for example.
I see. Anyone else has any other topics to bring?
I think that's a very interesting question that that Ghostbuster there, the Dust, offered. I mean, I think we can start with that one, and then after that, then we can see whoever else wants to join in. We have Sean here as well, and the dudes.
Hello, much love.
Much love to you, Sean.
Many blessings.
Many blessings to you, my friend. So I think, yeah, we can start with that and just rock and roll. Hi, Holly.
Sure. Holly's strong. Yeah, hi, Holly. Holly, what's your topic of today? Holly? All right, Holly is muted. Do you want to say? Yeah.
And I had a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just on the question of those who are about to break through into the channeling state, when you're sitting in meditation, and I had a session with Jim, and they said all you need to do is just speak. But I didn't hear anything, or I didn't perceive anything in the background, and I was just wondering how or what you hear. Or I'm just a little fuzzy on that little concept there. I know it's supposed to be a block form thought that comes through, but are you supposed to hear something before you speak or no?
Great question. I don't hear anything. Never. Others do. But I don't. I still don't know if it's me speaking or them speaking, but I certainly feel the presence of energy, and I feel that my just energy changes, and I let them play with with me. It's invitational, conscious invitation. So I let them populate me and play with whatever is here. So they pick my brain and pick from the brain whatever they like, or from etheric body, whatever they like, and bring it up. and I'm kind of let them play with that. But I don't hear anything. But I have always been sort of intuitive, so especially in problem solving. Problem solving is my favorite part. So I just kind of connect to higher source, and answer comes. That's my way. But I certainly know that others have clear voices. Yes, hello. Who is that? Oh, it was electronic.
Yeah, he muted himself.
Oh, okay. All right.
My child was screaming. Please excuse me.
It's okay. Your child is loved. We're all excited.
Oh,
So
yes.
it was real child.
Uh,
All right. I love children, especially small ones. Especially. All right. I will do breathing for a while, and then a couple of minutes maybe, or whatever. And then we'll see what comes through.
Oh, yeah.
Usually it's Grindle coming. But, if anybody else, good people, good spirits come through, I welcome anybody. Yeah, hi there. Yeah, Grindle here. Yeah.
Hello, Shane.
Yeah, your questions are not for me. Yeah, all of them are sort of tougher than I can handle. Origins of consciousness. Consciousness. I don't know. The story goes that the consciousness is first, and it's primary. Everything else is secondary. So what can be the origin of an origin? It's like nonsense. Origin of an origin is an origin. That's the answer. First, there was an idea. As the Bible says, your Bible says, first there was an idea. So consciousness was first. The word, the consciousness, was first, and then it created everything else. So there is nothing to answer here. First, there was a simple idea. Yeah, someone said. First, there was a lie. That's a sort of kind of a negative take on it, but it has a sparkle of truth in it. First, there was a confusion. The first idea was from the whole there came a impulse, and then that impulse started a big confusion. How about that? Yin and yang separating, black and white, good and evil, all of that. Male and female came later, but first it is a separation. And it is conscious idea. How about you play? And to play, let's divide into two teams. One will be wearing white t-shirts, and the other one will wear black t-shirts and play. So to play, we have to separate. That's it. Any questions here? Hey there, am I talking to, am I muted?
No, we can hear you.
All right. Can you make it, do you want it more sophisticated? I can bubble more.
Just speak what you want to speak.
Nah, you speak and I help you. Okay, I'm here to enjoy promoting ascension and solving your kind of down on earth problems, sort of that sort of thing. Bring me the topics which remind me. Maybe I can help you. Yeah, Valia, energies.
Okay, so I do have
That
a
is
question.
not. Yes.
Are you an aspect of Jim or James Charles? That question was asked after you
Perfect
left last
question.
time.
Am I an aspect of James Charles? I could be. Of course, yes. Yeah. I feel here a big mystery. What is the aspect of James, the aspect of Max, and Grindle. Yeah, James flavored Grindle is different than Max flavored Grindle, but there is something nice in common here. Yeah, there is mystery to be solved. I guess the question is the answer by itself. I cannot add much more, but yes, there is something here. And I am an aspect of each of you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here or you wouldn't be here. And I would say I'm a nice aspect of you, but the strong one.
Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, Valia, let me meditate on Valia. I don't have direct connection, only through Max, so it's Max's guess is as good as nothing. But let me just bring some randomnicity here. Randomness. Yeah. What part, what continent I located on?
Me?
Valia.
I'm in Novosibirsk in Russia.
You see there is a different set of permissions. It's all defined by what your sort of, I wouldn't want to say powers have certain agreements with certain higher dimensional powers and allowed certain beings to come through. And here in America, it's a different agreement. So whatever comes here doesn't have to come there another way, but they could sneak in. What is your feeling? What's your experience?
I don't have clear experience and description about it, but yesterday I felt somebody near to me. I felt, and I thought maybe it was something high vibration consciousness.
Yeah, Roxy, do you have an answer?
No, I'm just no, I'm fascinated. Keep it up. I'm good.
Anybody? We have so many channelers and psychics here. Anybody can help Valia.
It's okay. I feel the same. It's I don't know how to say. I think it's true case.
You see, the nature of reality is such that you and I can make it up first, and then it would manifest. That is hard to grasp concept, but that's the consciousness making the reality. I would guess, just my best guess, and always when you deal with things like that, imagine the absolutely most exciting possibility ever and enjoy just a dream, and hopefully it will manifest. So I would say, because you joined Max and me and Jim and stuff and other nice people, they're all excited about hybrid children. So my best ever guess would be that it was a soul exploring the possibility of you producing, just donating your maybe egg, not fertilized, or maybe fertilized with extraterrestrial mixed parents. Maybe a soul was exploring the idea that you could be a mother of a hybrid child up there. Just exploring, nothing happened. It's up to you if you want to like that idea or not, but that would be them. Just coming and checking you out.
Thank you.
And the energy of that soul, I would just explore the idea that that could be a Yahyel vibe. Not that the soul has pure alien vibe, but just its past experiences, alignments could be a Yahyel idea. Sorry for being that vague. It's not my preference, but that's the paradigm. Yeah. Hello, can I help anyone else with my vague advices?
Thank you.
Who is there? I don't want to open my Max's eyes. Yeah, my friend Roxy, what's your challenges of today?
Mine?
Yeah.
I'm still fascinated with the idea of the origin of consciousness, because I'm sitting here speaking with Osifius, and he's giving me a layout of it, and it's quite fascinating. The origin has an origin, and that right there is, to the 3D mind and human perspective is fascinating. So it's not so much a challenge now, it's just the awareness of it, and now it's just unfolding, so I'm enjoying that. Make sense?
Yeah. Your voice pushes me away somehow. Try to come back. Yeah. Your vibe is like a different light. Yeah. Give me something grounded to hold on to. A piece of steak or something.
Something good to chew on.
Yeah. Something cheesy.
Casey, you have anything? I see you there. You have any questions, Casey?
I spoke to Casey last night. It was fun.
Oh, she's got a big smile.
I think she's muted. She muted herself.
And she was muted yesterday too. And she unmuted and started speaking in Connection was not so good. It was a bit choppy, but it was fun. Hi, Casey. We discussed Edgar Casey.
I don't know why I want to mute.
Yeah, I hear the sound now. Yeah, sorry.
Nice to see you again.
Yes.
I realized I did some research on Edgar Casey actually last night after our discussion, and I was wondering if any of my other lives or selves had any associations with the Akashic records like him, and if I worked with them directly and in their instruction or creation.
As before, that's all vague, and as I said, imagine best possible circumstance and enjoy the dream, and something good can come out of that. Just manifest. Dream first and then manifest. Are you exploring the healer's idea? Are you doing any healing?
Not currently, but I've been told by others that I have a strong affinity for that, and I should develop that skill.
Yeah. Some people go to nursing, and that's not overly healthy, but that's one of the ways. Max knows nurses, male, female nurses. The trouble there is that to get living, you have to work night shifts. And when you work night shifts, it's a nightmare because the whole life becomes dysfunctional. But you then do your healing in many ways. But again, the system is prohibitive of true spiritual healing, or at least resistant to that. So you have to do a lot of nonsense and paperwork and electronic paperwork. Becoming a healer like Reiki, Qigong, acupuncture, Ayurvedic, herbalist. Does it excite you?
It does, especially herbalism and Reiki especially excite me.
Meetup.com, have you explored? Meetup.com, have you checked out?
Have I checked out what?
It's Meetup. MEETU.
No, I haven't checked that out.
Check it out. Search Reiki Share. Yeah. And you just discover that discovered nearby there is a group of Reiki healers which just for free meet together and put hands on each other. Just as an option. The dogs and children you have around, do you?
I used to have a dog.
Yeah. Do you do Reiki on a dog?
I tried 2 or 3 times. I tried to heal him because he was very sick at the time.
Yeah. You don't have to even touch, but just petting is enough. Just the energy goes. You invite the energy from a source and put your hands wherever you like, and just let it flow for a while.
Thank you.
Yeah. Casey, he wasn't doing the Reiki. Casey was just reading their Akashic records and gave prescriptions to the best of the medicine of that time. And the fun thing was he was almost never mistaken. He was only given the name and the location, and the rest was he was a sleeping prophet, sleeping and speaking. Do you speak when you sleep?
Yes, yes. My sister's saying yes, I guess I do.
Wow, it's unusual. Maybe just the name and yeah. So for the Casey, the key there was the person who was guarding him, the Casey, while he was in sleep meditation. It was absolutely the key. It wasn't one person, it was a two-person deal. Because you need not only the medium, you need someone nearby who writes it down.
Okay.
And it is as important. And you have to be sort of protected because you're vulnerable when you are in a dream meditation state. Maybe that's your clue. You have to be trusting that person. It has to be a reliable person. Maybe your sister is one.
Great.
Now, someone has to ask right questions. So it's maybe up to your sister to grow to be able to ask right questions. Max is good in asking the right questions, and he is so impassioned here trying to ask questions instead of speaking.
He does. He is really good at that.
Right. I want to help more. Any more challenges down up there? Someone go forward. I don't want silence on the recording. It becomes boring. I'm too serious.
Have you got a good way to protect against other people's energies? Like when you're in a big group, some people take up all that energy into the group, and sometimes it's not a positive thing, taking up loads of people's energy. Have you got any way to protect yourself from it?
That's a great idea, which I grasp only 20% of it. Somehow you don't sound loud. I wish you increased your volume somehow. Can you repeat louder? Or anyone who heard, can you translate louder?
How can you protect yourself from when you are around a big group of people and you collect in all their energy because you're very sensitive? How would you protect yourself from doing that?
Absolutely fascinating question. Yeah, that's a great one. I am happy Max have tons of experience with it, so I can babble about that. So Max is very vulnerable in group situations, and he loves playing volleyball. You know the game, 6 people on one side, 6 on the other side, and the net. And if you are tall, you can spike the ball down and score the point. And there it is 12 energies fighting each other. Or sometimes they play 3-on-3. It's even stronger. So he played volleyball with young people, and he was able to pull their energies just with a wheel because he was older. He just grabbed them, and they failed, and he was starting because all energy was his. And then he played with older people who were like old wizards and wizard ladies. And he was sucked out. And he couldn't do anything because their energy was way stronger. Their hunger for energy was so strong he couldn't do much. So that is absolutely true. You know, that fear of public speaking is nothing because it's all simple energy mechanics. It just etheric body energy, very low, sort of close to physicality flow, which you can, it's tangible. So when you come to the stage that audience just sucks the energy from you, it's not the fear, it is you're not able to hold, not being able to hold your energy, just gets sucked. You want to give them everything, but they suck it faster than you can give, so you will end up with nothing. You cannot even breathe. Your knees are shaking. Yeah, protect. It takes with practice. When you understand the mechanism, you hold it. You don't want to give it all away. You say, I will give you only that much in a time. That's my intention. And with practice, you just can hold. It's like, imagine you have a bubble around you of your energy. And you just hold, here's a little bit for you, here is a little more for you, but not everything at once, right? Because that's what is expected. That's an art of public speaking. Of course, some people are so rich in energy they can give everything and they will still have plenty. But normally, medium level people, they have trouble with groups, especially older people. That's why sometimes their people work in groups, like Beatles. John was low on energy. He was normal, but he was sort of in a group setting. He was little low, so he had Ringa as a great donor. Max is blanking on names. Paul, and fourth one was, give me the name. It's a shame. Give me the fourth name. Paul, John, Ringa, and the one which went to India.
George.
Thank you. The George, if you look at his face, he is also a donor, but he runs low often. That's why he died early. So two of them were donors, and two of them were sort of speakers, and that was a perfect astrological combination, perfect energy combination. They were best because they were so well balanced. They could produce the vibration for so high level for so long period of time without any errors. Nobody could do that at the moment. And it is always exchange. When you give, when you are in a group setting, when you give, you also get. When you give, you also get. It's two-way exchange. So when you give, don't forget to take it back right away. If you receive with one hand and send it with another hand, or receive with your heart and send it with your throat chakra, that's a perfect balance. It flows through you without depletion. So you give, you take, you give to take. So it flows instead of just empty in the vessel. That's an art of keeping your energy flowing in a group setting, especially with public speaking. Now, small talk is something Americans do a lot. They stand in a circle, or, as we do in the military, we sit around a square rectangular table, and each one speaks. And the idea is to say nothing, but to bring up a little bit of energy and then let other person to do the same. It's like playing ball in a circle. You kick it a little and then you pass it to others to play. And the idea is to have the group vibe sort of going on. It's not a single one. It's the group sort of developing its own vibe. And Hucolo, you guys, when you come to your group chats, you do the same. A little bit, everyone is contributing a little bit and passing it over. So you kick the ball a couple times and pass it over. And you don't play it too long so others get bored or depleted, or you are depleted. And you don't change the topic that much. You kind of throw a little bit of wood in the fire so the fire keeps going. That's ours. Max sucks in that. He understands but still sucks. He wants all the fire, all the wood, all the applause. Yeah. He needs to learn. Yeah, your comments, anyone? Hey, are you still there?
I'd just like to thank you very much for explaining that out.
Yeah, it's practice. You just train your energy to be sort of shaped. It's vortices. It comes from pain. So much pain that you cannot endure, but by practicing and getting a little bit of pain in a time allows you to create these pain vortices which help you guard your flows. So the flows have to be structured, and they're based on pain vortices which become experience. Force yourself, prepare, do your homework. If you prepare and you do your homework, then you can create that structure of energy flow, and you don't have to work as hard when you do the speech. You do the work in advance, that sort of thing. It's just one of approach. Don't over don't over sweat it. Don't over sweat it. Just do your homework, prepare, practice, do a little bit. Find the situations where you can comfortably do things. Before Max went to this bigger crowd, he did one by one, and that's easier. Having nice friends is absolutely essential, and they're here to help you.
Yes, thanks for that. Yes, I think it does take a lot of courage actually to do that, to come out in the open. I can't do that, not now at least.
I hate to be so lame, but it's service to others. If you
Yeah.
feel that you are serving, and it's not your bravery, it's your understanding. When you understand, it's not bravery anymore. Absolutely no bravery whatsoever. You just understand. It just becomes second nature. Like boring. You are used to that. It's going to work every day or doing your homework every day. That's it. When you do it hundreds times, that's it. It's, you just do it. It's your second nature. It's your choice. It's making choices.
And reptilian energy here is essential. You go forward being strong, being brave because you understand, because you did your homework, because you know what you want, because you decide. It's not fuzzy. It's a decision made. Check mark. Yeah, if you want a symbol for reptilian energy, it's a check mark. Check mark. Yeah.
Oh. Huh?
Yeah. Anybody new here? I can speak a little more.
Anyone?
I like
Question?
ladies, but yeah, whoever who wanted to say something.
Anyone? Questions?
Any new people here? Dust, are you still here or are you bored to death? No, bored to dust.
We're all listening actually.
Yeah, hi. It's nice to have a new food for thought.
Yes.
Hi, to pick your imagination.
All right. Maybe I'll just ask something. Maybe like being able to channel. Like Bashar says, anyone can do it, but to become full channels like you, Jim, Roxy, for example, it's like, is it part of the soul contract, or can anyone do it with intent?
Great question, yeah. Max is not yet as good now as Jim and Bashar, but he's like baby plant growing. He gets kick out of that, and I get kick out of being here. So we have fun together. Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't believe he could do that until he hears the voices, and he still doesn't hear the voices, but he said, that isn't that funny? And he, when you experience that, when you go forward and experience that, you have certain confirmations here and there. It's a choice, right? It's a choice. You don't get some of channelers get so great unbeatable confirmations that it's for them it's clear path, but for others it is a challenge, a choice challenge. They never get full confirmation. They have beats here, beats there, but never a full solid confirmation. So they have to do a leap of faith, and that's a challenge. That's a test. Are you ready to do a leap of faith and put yourself out and see what happens? For Max, it was a surprise that I came. So he kind of got kicked out of that. Now, your soul contract is pretty flexible. You actually are amending it all the time. It's not something fixed. It's like a blueprint, but if you want to change it, just apply for an amendment. They will review it and say yes or no. And usually, if it is a good idea, they say yes. If it is a bad idea, they say no. If they undecided, say no, they never undecided. All right, so channeler. I guess the question is bigger than the answer. If you ask, it means there is something there for you to explore. You don't have to be trans channel. You can play with the idea one way or another. Dancing is channeling. Martial arts is channeling for sure. Any, I would say, improvisation, any improv is channeling for sure. What improvs are you good in?
I think maybe if I could input just a bit for Max, for example, because Max came from a scientific background, didn't he? So it's like this is a bit of Pleiadian wisdom. Modern humans, modern day humans, we're taught to abuse our logical mind, basically. So it's almost zero spiritual, and everything's just like third dimensional logic, logic, logic. So it doesn't really, how do I put it? It's not balanced. It's very one-sided. So I think for Max, because he came from a scientific background, and he's probably been conditioned to only follow the logical. So maybe that was an obstacle. You know what I mean? In the beginning.
Is it still dust speaking?
Yeah, that's basically this was just.
I wasn't sure. Max is popping up answering your questions. I want to stay here a little more. Yeah. Now, for him, it was he tried to do poetry in science, and scientists hate when someone who tries to do imaginative things in science.
Yep.
He is a poet as well as a scientist. He was using some sort of his past life as Atlantean and Yahyel ways of science with crystals and creative magic. So he was doing that sort of science as well. So it wasn't pure, and he excelled in science in part because of his intuitive abilities to solve problems. So he was like a spiritually practicing experimental scientist. So it's hard to tell. The training was sort of, but he kind of slacked that kind of training. He was more experimental. How about we experiment with this and see if the cells talk to each other through telepathy? And they do. Not that he was successful in his experiments, but they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying that your logic is on your way, and you need to make peace between your spiritual understanding and the logic, right? And you feel it disconnected.
Yes, I think we have to balance it basically. But a lot of modern day humans, we are taught to be very one-sided. That's where a lot of problems come. Like for mainstream scientists, it's like, oh, if it can't be measured, then it isn't there. It's like what David Icke talks about. It's like the Wi-Fi isn't there. You don't see the radio waves, but it's there, you know, because we're just decoding with our eyes.
Exactly. Yeah. Here, it's all you already know everything. Yeah. You use whatever tools you have in hand and play with it. And are you a healer?
I think all of us are healers, but not active, I guess. Sarah just came in. Sarah, you want to ask questions or anything?
Hello, Shim. How are you?
Yeah, I'm now Grindle. Shim is Max flavored Grindle. It's not fully Grindle, but whatever comes. Yeah. Hello.
So which one are you? Are you Grindle or Shim?
The same thing. Yeah. It just you see, I don't come fully through Max. It's Max mixed with me, so that becomes something else. And he gave name Shim, and that would be fine.
I see. It's another frequency of Grindle.
Yeah, it's more maximized, sort of. Less humor, more boring, more of that intellectual nonsense.
All right. Very good.
Nice to hear your laughter. Nice to hear your snaky laugh. Yahovah Shem.
Very good. What language is that, actually?
It's Max Babbling.
Say what? Hi,
Max
Roxy.
Babbling, nothing special.
Nothing
Hi,
special.
I just hopped back out. I hopped out to tell the people over in the astral thing. Someone started that Max is channeling, and there's a whole bunch of people over here because they were wondering where everyone was. So, anyways, we're back in the game. Hi.
Love ya.
Love you.
Alright, I guess we start blessings and stuff. It's time to wrap it up, but we have whatever minutes is needed to do wrapping up.
Okay.
I invite anyone in any order to do your sort of blessings, unless there is any burning questions so far. Anyone has any questions before we wrap up?
I have a question.
Yeah, thank you.
I was wondering, how do family relations play out in the spirit realm? Like, my family here, would they be related to me from other star systems, or what are the relations between the two?
Great question. Have you read Michael Newton's books?
No.
Go ahead and read them. They are everywhere. 2 books, easy to read, lots of fun.
Awesome.
The Journey of the Souls and the Destiny of the Souls. And you'll get all the answers there.
All right. Thank you.
I can summarize. Remind me the question. So this the family of the. Clarify for me the question. So you're talking about the family, your family down the Earth.
Yes.
How is it playing up there in spirit world?
How are the lives up there connected to the life here?
I didn't hear you say how they live there up there in the spirit world.
No, I was wondering, how are they connected? Like, how are my connections to them up there in the spirit world? Are they similar to the connections down here? Like, how do I go about selecting my family on Earth? Is it through my connections with them up there in the spirit world?
Yeah, okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. It is like, I would say, imagine I'll give you a military analogy. Like, imagine a battle, like a big battle of World War II, where was, how do you call it? Max doesn't know this word. It's Central Command, and they have lots of troops there fighting. And they have ideas how to win. And they say, how about we have all those reserves? How about we best employ them? How about we combine this and this, create a united group, give them a command, and send them to this place? And the leaders of these groups, they kind of come up with their plans, and they how do you call it? Norman? No, I forgot the name. Max forgot the name. That, when England attacked Germany through that water barrier. What was the name? The biggest battle of Allies attacking Hitler. What was this? Landing on the thing here.
Oh, probably.
Say again.
I don't know.
I'm not positive.
Not good.
Maybe Normandy, maybe something. I forgot.
Normandy?
Maybe.
Normandy?
Maybe, yeah. So there was first there was lots of planning and who was playing what and how do they approach and blah blah blah. But then after the planning they go and land together having a plan. And that's exactly a good analogy. Your sort of soul bodies up there decide what they want to play in this game of life, and then they create all sorts of plans and contracts, and then they just jump and land in certain times in certain parents with certain genetics, and it requires tons of coordination, and it all depends which timeline, how it is developing. So it's like real time for this timeline, but of course the planning goes beyond the time concept. It is aligned with time, but they can stretch it and they can look it up and down. So there is planning going on. What?
Come here.
Excuse me? Okay. So it is a collective decision, lots of players involved. But basically the main players decide what they want to play, and each one of them, the goal is to raise to higher frequency, to explore and to get a bigger wisdom and bigger knowledge, greater wisdom, greater knowledge. So in the past lives, and typically past lives were in different. It was a different world before, so they were traumatized and distorted to a big level. Many died in pain and stuff, and the lives were full of lies and distortions. So they want to come back and rebalance their.
Talking to a girl in an extremely unpleasant.
Mute yourself.
Take a ride on the donkey. Jimmy Saddles.
Right. Allegations. Right. Revelations. Right. Investigations. Right. Organizations.
What is your name?
Jimmy Saddles. Jimmy Saddles. Jimmy Saddles.
Regarded as a when he crossed the line. When he crossed the line, yes,
Okay. All right. So what were you saying, Shim? I'm sorry.
Hey, won't you turn off my tunes?
Ignore. Yeah, just block him. I think that was the troll. That's funny.
It's very odd.
All right.
Oops. I think Max, I think you're muted.
Oi, Jack.
Thank you. Where did I stop?
You were. I think I got the gist of what you're saying. So basically,
how are you today?
The specs. Ring the cigar.
So basically, what we do is we coordinate together in the spirit world what roles we're going to play.
Is there any way to
Roy?
No, Sarah, there's no arguing with this guy. There's no asking him. All you need to do is remove him. Is that possible?
I think all of us
They
just
can
block.
block him, but it's like
No, does Max have power to remove him?
yes.
So Max, remove him.
Does he? I,
Thank you.
Shim, Max, whoever's there, you're still muted.
Yeah, I'm back. Hello.
Hello. Sorry about that.
I guess I was getting he was getting too I don't know, whatever. Somehow I assume it was intervention for a reason. Maybe I was kind of making it too. He was making it too simplified.
Does anyone feel the need to clear the energy?
No.
Go
Okay.
ahead. That's all right. No, I find it funny actually.
But I got this point reason, perhaps.
Casey, say again what you said.
Oh, I said I got the message of what Shim was trying to say about how he selects families. At least I got a gist of what he was saying. So maybe if he was trying to be simple for us, for our understanding, I understand that.
Yeah. Okay.
Very good.
All right. Hi everybody. So we have Stain, Casey, Jack, Roxy, Sarah.
Good job.
The dudes in space. And Natalia.
Very good, Max. Thank you so much for sharing, baby.
Wonderful.
Thanks for that. And Max, maybe you could get some amethyst crystals because apparently they amplify this sort of stuff. What do you call that? Telepathy and that. So I helped quite a bit for me. The rough cut ones.
Who is in charge of this hangout?
Jack is joining in the reindeer games.
Oh,
goodness.
So Jack needs to be removed, right?
Yes.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, much appreciation.
Sure.
Fine. All right. Someone was speaking about crystals. I didn't understand.
Oh yeah, like for me, I found that for channeling and all that, speaking to your higher self and all that, rough cut amethysts are pretty good. And I got one the size of a fist actually. The first ones I got were much smaller. It's like I craved them back then, you know. And so I got really small ones. But then I found, I went to Turkey and I found a big one like the size of a.
Beautiful Jingles? He's following you.
So I found a big rough cut the size of a fist, and that one really helps. So I put it beside where I sleep actually. I think it helps pretty much, I guess. Or maybe it's just like a permission slip, like what Bashar says.
It is a permission slip, but again, guys, you know, whatever works for you, use, and then offer it, and it'll work for some people, and it won't work for others. But it's always expansion. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some permission slips are better than other permission slips, so it's a bigger permission slip.
Yeah.
Booyah.
So who wants to do the final blessings, if you like?
Sarah.
Yeah. Okay. I want to do an Arcturian one to bring in happy energy.
Hey.
Yes. Rania, Takatana Kushania, Hanakuria, Ranamekotobodua, Shutakatana, Shutukua. Namaste.
Namaste.
Roxy?
Booyah. Hang on, let me see who wants to come in. I mean, hang on, my whenever there's energy around, one of my dogs goes a little ballistic. And he's jumping up on me, going, hi, let me play. So funny. And greetings to the collective. This is Osifius.
Greetings.
And in our ending of this idea of transmission that we've all co-created in, let me offer this idea before we give our final blessing. The representation of Max is an expansion of his canvas of life. Remember this. It need not be successful, need not be failure, need not be an agenda, need not be a goal, achievement, another, let's say, golden earring to adorn your mask with. It is simply that of expansion of that individual conscience. And that individual conscience is doing what? Offering. So whatever you get out of all your interactions and all of your nows is for you to choose the simplicity of polarity. If it serves you, rock on. If not, give it a kiss and go about your nows. But if it shakes you in your core and figuring out how and when and why and such, then you are only continuing your own limitations within the paradox of life. Free yourself and allow these offerings that Max and others have offered in their nows, and see where your own canvas unfolds. Remember, this is just a gift of life. Make it nothing more than the simplicity of experience, for experience is only expansion leading to a higher you. You cannot ask for anything more, truly. And in final bidding, we shall bring in that idea of 𝗪𝗘𝗕𝗏 from the Iona civilization. Koshna kona makia, koma shinatati shinato khunatia mo shana. In your empty hearts that you seek to fill, from the blindness you were born into, find no fault in yourself, and be blessed with your own journey of your own ideas of self-expansion, for there is nothing else. I bid you a good day, Adone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, guys.
Yeah, thank you. I will do a little improvisation. We'll see what comes out.
Beautiful.
When you started to speak, I felt a pressure here. Maybe that's someone wanting to speak. Let's see. I bless your hearts. My friends, thank you for joining the get-together. Thank you for joining this hangout. Thank you for being with us, being with me in this capacity. Blessed be your day, blessed be your nights, blessed be your mornings and evenings and every times. Much joy in your life and life of souls close to you. How much joy. The consciousness is everything. It penetrates the essence. It is the essence of everything. Rain falls, it's consciousness. The clear sky is consciousness. Everything is a flow of light. That flow be good, be joy, be sweet, be peace with you. Good day.
Good day, baby. Love you.
Good day. Wonderful.
Awesome.
All right. Good day, everyone.
Thanks again, Max. And there's another hangout going on over there with, I don't know who started it. Bijin?
Sean and Bijan.
Yeah, Sean's in there about the astral thing. So,
Very
anyways,
good.
guys, love you guys.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Love and butterflies.
Thanks. Bye.
See you soon.